Girls everywhere are getting hammered, ruining our health and making total of ourselves, according to the papers. But I want to discover the real truth about women and booze.
In 2009, I made a programme called Drinking with the Girls, which is where I investigated women's relationship to alcohol in the UK. Why do we in Britain drink more alcohol than any of our European counterparts? And I went to meet a broad range of women, each with a different reason for drinking, each with a different relationship to alcohol. And it was a real eye-opener. One particular woman that I spoke to, every weekend she and her girlfriends get dressed up and they go out and they flirt with guys, and then right at the end of the night, when the guy thinks something's going to happen, the girls reject the men. And in order to do this, in order to be brave enough to do this, they all get really, really drunk. And in a quiet moment, one of the girls opened up to me and said that she had been incredibly hurt by a guy, and this was her way of getting back at men in general by every weekend rejecting them. Making the programme was a real roller coaster. Sometimes going out with girls was brilliant fun and we had a great time, and other times it was really heartfelt, and some women's relationship with alcohol was very confusing for them, and it was a real struggle to balance life and their love and their relationship with booze. But I mean, whatever it was definitely an eye-opener. So here it is. This is Drinking with the Girls. It feels like at the moment, every time I open a newspaper or turn on the telly, there's a new article, some new research about women and binge drinking. I mean, if you believe everything that you read and you see, we're in serious trouble.
But is it all hype? I've decided to go on the front line of London's boozy streets and see for myself, sober. So I am catching a bus. The Booze Bus, as nicknamed by the London Ambulance Service. It's a specially adapted vehicle to cope with the weekend's drunks.
People start rolling out of pubs to go to clubs. That's when we start hitting most of our calls. 90% of them are female.
I drink a lot.
Have you eaten today?
Enough for the dinner.
Watch where you're standing, sweetheart. Don't stand in your vomit.
We usually find them in the street. They're covered in vomit. They've wet themselves, maybe sometimes shit themselves. Just lose all their self-respect. They don't seem to care. They have no remorse. We take them into hospital. They're usually quite abusive.
Big push.
Good girl, good girl. Yeah, half a bottle of Glen's vodka and 2 glasses of wine.
Right.
She's 17.
And lucky.
You want your mum? This is a normal night for us. Mainly females, mainly quite young. Had too much to drink. And the usual line from them is, my drink's been spiked.
3 in the morning and it just keeps on coming.
People go on about drugs and the horrors of things like heroin and that. I just think alcohol's a far bigger problem than any of them.